You're entering VTV's Chamber Zone, your business community at work. Representing the Vernal area and Duchesne County Chambers of Commerce, here's Adam Massey and Irene Hansen.
Hello, I'm Adam Massey with the Vernal Area Chamber of Commerce, and joining me today is Irene Hansen from the Duchesne County Chamber of Commerce. And you're watching Chamber Zone, your business community at work. Irene, it's great to be with you again. We've got some neat things as always coming up in our communities, but one thing we really wanted to highlight today is we were talking about the month of May is going to be Health Month.
Correct.
And there's going to be a lot of neat things going on in both communities. You've got a very strong hospital there with Uinta Basin Medical Center, and obviously over here in Vernal we do with Ashley Regional Medical Center, and we're both very fortunate to have those. And so, you know, let's talk a little bit about Healthcare Month and highlight kind of what's going on in our communities a little bit.
Well, you know, one of the things that came up back in March when we did our radio telethon for the new pool, about $86,000 was donated by the physicians at Uinta Basin Medical Center. And I think what that did at that moment, it really brought to mind the fact that what an integral part of our community they are. Now again, that was just a generous gift, but the reason they really did that, of course, is they want people to have better health.
Sure.
You know, I know we kind of kid and say, gosh, if you get me well, I won't be back. But
lose your customer.
That's right. Yeah, you lose your customer. But you know, at the end of the day, they want to see people healthy. They want to see families active.
Yeah.
And so to take this time once a year, of course, they do it all year long, but I think they chose 1 month, you know, to where they can do activities. Now, sometimes they do fun things like just, you know, customer appreciation concerts, and they've sponsored those kinds of things. But there's also lots of walks. They have blood pressure checks and a day when you can stop in and get your blood sugar checked and get some of those basic tests done. And you know, when we really look at our area, and I think what's exciting is some areas Uinta Basin Medical Center has specialized in, some different areas Ashley Valley Medical Center has specialized in, and then of course they both do all the basics.
Right.
You know, well baby checks and deliveries, OBGYN, and man, are we lucky. And those events, I mean, they're actually almost something you bring the whole family to.
It is, you know, and like you said, I think, you know, as I've gotten older, it's became more of a priority to me. And, you know, and now that my wife's got me trying to eat better, so we're trying to get the kids to eat better. And I think things now, and you've made this comment, I think, in our last program, when you know better, you do better.
That's right.
And we have a lot of, you know, technology available to us today. My wife was showing me on her phone that she can track her calories and how far you walk during the day. And, you know, technology
just
is really...
her energy should be enough to... I've never seen anybody with as much energy as Simone, so she probably stays thin just from her energy level.
You know, but we have all the technology and the ability to do that, and we know better now, and people talk to us a lot about it. And you know, Ashley Regional is great in our area, and Uinta Basin Medical Center, but they actually both serve both communities, and we're very fortunate. And I know, you know, with the technology that's been developed, a lot of money is spent to make sure we have the finest equipment available, and so we're both very fortunate. And one of the things, you know, when people move to an area, I know you get calls at the Duchesne Chamber, we do at the Vernal Chamber. One of the first things they ask is, what are the medical facilities?
They do.
What's the health care? What's the different systems you have there? And education, they want to know what education system is available. And we're very fortunate in our area to have great representatives in all those areas. And one thing we were talking about that just opened up here is a new health care clinic that's providing lower income families health care that may have fell through the cracks before. And a lot of people, as we talked, you know, if their kids have an ear infection, maybe because of the cost, sometimes they don't go in and get the test done, or if they don't have the insurance to help pay for it. And so it's a struggle trying to figure out how to get that covered. And consequently, sometimes when they put that off for a long period of time, that maybe something that wasn't that big turns into something that is big. And so, you know, it's neat to be able to have that service available, and I'm sure they'll work with both hospitals in our area to provide the X-ray service and different things, testing, absolutely, to be part of the community. And we had them come and speak at our Chamber of Commerce, and maybe in the future that'll be something you'll be able to do.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, absolutely, because it serves both communities. And you and I both know with the Basin Transit System and other things that we see that there are a group of people, whether they're on fixed incomes or different situations, that don't have a lot of money. And the one problem, the mitigation sometimes we have to face is with the upper wages that get paid here. Housing is quite expensive. Some of the other services are, and that's a good thing to have, because especially when you have people step up that are able to help provide services for that lower income. And we're both fortunate in both areas to have those that do.
And maybe when we get to our next half, we can talk about, there's so many things that come together to make for a healthy community. Right. Just recently, our AmeriCorps Vista, Kathy Hadlock, did a little fundraiser to raise additional money to give to our eye doctor that is there in town, the Koalas Eye Clinic.
Sure.
And which is, by the way, now in its 3rd generation.
Wow, that's great.
And celebrating 60 years of service.
Yeah, you don't see many like that anymore.
Yeah, but we realized, that eye health, holy cow, if and how many diseases like diabetes and even brain tumors can be diagnosed through a good eye exam.
Yep.
And so again, there's so many aspects, but knowing how important it is to have those services in a community, so that we have it locally, we stay on top of it, and we can encourage people when they do move to our community.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, we'll be right back to talk more about your local chambers of commerce and community events right after this.
Almost 45% of the oil produced in Utah, 7.8 million barrels, comes from Duchesne County. That oil feeds our state economy, provides job growth, and supports local business. Here in Duchesne County, we're working to make Utah an economic, cultural, and technological leader. Whether you're here for business or pleasure, Duchesne County will welcome you with open arms and invite you to explore all the beauty of the Uinta Mountains. Duchesne County, close enough for business, far enough to get away.
Welcome back to Chamber Zone, your business community at work. Irene, we've been talking about May being just a healthcare month, or not healthcare month, but just healthy month.
That's right.
And all the aspects of that, and it takes up so many different things. And one thing I wanted to mention is we're going to be doing our health fair, health fair and preparedness, make sure I get it right, and it's going to be May 3rd this year, which is a Saturday, and the Osmond family will be coming out with some of their, they do an Olive Osmond, which was their mother, hearing run, and they collect money to buy hearing aids for local kids or different people. I guess you don't have to be a kid to participate, but it's great. They really love our area. They love the basin. They were excited when they came out here, and they've been able to help. I think this is the 3rd year that they've done that. And so we've moved our health fair. We used to hold it that first weekend in May, and we've changed it up a little bit last year and done something different, but we're moving it back again this year. And we have that built-in group that comes to do the race that morning that they do to raise funds, and then our health fair starts at 9 and runs till 1. And so anybody that would be interested, we offer a discounted rate to chamber members and anybody else, and the booths aren't very expensive at all. They're like $40. So our whole idea is just to let people know what services are available, because a lot of times until you're looking for something you don't know, but we usually get about 40 booths set up there.
Wow.
And people can go around and just say, hey, wow, I didn't realize this service was available here. And so we try to just, it's a way to promote people, promote the businesses, let people know what's available, and hopefully get them some clients in the door later on. And so we find that that's been very beneficial in the past, and we're excited to do that again this year, and hopefully would like to encourage anybody that would like to come out. If you'd like a booth, you can get a hold of us at the chamber, and we'd be happy to set that up for you. And we have a lot of the county support systems come with the car safety seat check for kids, and Tri-County always comes. They do a bicycle rodeo sometimes, and we, as you well know, we have great services here. CERT comes, and emergency management, just to talk about programs that we have. And so we're excited to be moving it back to that day, and hoping for a good turnout, and hoping for good weather. I think of the 3 of the 4 years that we've done it, we've had good weather one weekend, so one time that weekend. So we'll see.
And you know, one component that we don't think of very often, but it's going on all the time, you know, I'm lucky enough, my office is at the Crossroads Senior Center. Yeah. So while we're not directly connected to the senior program, we get the beneficiary of hearing all the things that come through in education. Sure. Just, I think, in fact, I think it's today, or maybe it was yesterday, we had the low vision clinic there. We have a hearing specialist coming in the next few weeks. There's been information on Alzheimer's and caregivers. So, you know, those kinds of things are taking place even throughout our community. I'm sure it's at Golden Age Center. Sure. And those kinds of things, again, really alert the community, make us aware of warning signs and others. Now, we talked a little bit earlier about you know, eye doctors and those kinds of things, but you know, the other component of good health is dentistry. And you know, it always just excites me to look at the kind of expertise we have in our area. You talk about technology. We often say that the energy industry employs new technology, but man, so does the health industry. Absolutely. And here we are, I mean, with dentistry, did you ever think you'd see the day where, you know, you can almost look at a video camera that's right in front of you. They can show you what's going on, how your tooth will look when it's filled, or what a cap will look like. If you've been to a dentist lately, you've seen the best and brightest people employing the best technology. They
really have, and you know, we've been fortunate. You mentioned the eye care there, and on its 3rd generation, you know, and we have some of that in dentistry here, and you probably do in your area too. And it's great to have these people that have been away, they've got the technology, and because they want to live in our area, they bring it back for us. And we're really fortunate to have that. And I think sometimes when we're younger, we want to move away, and we get somewhere else, and we find out, you know what, kind of like we've mentioned in other shows, we have such a great area here, we want to come back. That's right. And we're grateful for those that do, because they're able to provide those essential services that sometimes in other areas you just don't get. And we're very fortunate to have those here. And so we would encourage everybody. I know VTV has a health and wellness program that they come on and talk about cooking healthy and doing healthy things and making sure you get out and you're part of the recreation that's available in the community. We've talked before about our rec center here in Vernal, and what you're going to be getting with the aquatic center over in Duchesne County. And you know, those are huge for our kids, because as we've seen those obesity rates start to go up, and you know, kids don't get out as much as they used to. Obviously, when we were younger, we were outside all the time, and I watch my kids now on Xbox and PlayStation and all the games and stuff. And you know, I've often joked that if we could just shove food under the door and a way to get them to the bathroom, that they'd never leave the room. And you know, and that's not good, obviously, but we've got to have a happy balance in our lives, and make sure that we're getting plenty of exercise. And you know, we all have, you have grandkids, and people want to be there for the grandkids. We want to make sure that we're taking the best care that we can of ourselves, and our life expectancy is good usually if we do that, and make sure we get those pre-screenings that we've been advised to do. And you had mentioned it earlier, I know at our health fair, Ashley Regional comes and does those tests beforehand. You can go into the hospital and then come to the health fair, and they'll give you the results. So, you know, a lot of great community effort goes into what we do, and we're very fortunate to have it. And so please take advantage of it. Make sure you get out and do that.
And again, check the websites of our hospitals. Go right to their website. You can come to the chamber websites too, but go to the hospital websites, see what specialties are there, see what their activities are for the month of May. Believe me, you'll want to get involved. Good prices, great opportunities.
Absolutely, and I think a lot of times we just don't know that there's all that good stuff going on.
That's right.
You know, there's health, nutrition, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, as you said, Irene, please go to the websites, check them out. There's a lot of services available here. They do a fantastic job in both counties, and we just appreciate it. It's been great to be with you again. Thank you for watching Chamber Zone. Please join us next time right here on VTV Channel 6. Until then, have a great week.